So you would have had a number of cultural shocks in the beginning. Tell us a little bit about that and also about the aspects which surprised you or which inspired you. Yeah, so there would have been some aspects which were more of a shock, and there would have been aspects which were more of, an inspiration.
Mhm. Yeah, I was thinking about this, and actually, a lot of people ask me that, like, yeah, how do you like India? Was this very shocking for you? And I have to say, I've never really had this big shock. Like, I mean,
Mm,
people told me when you go to India, it's either you love it or you hate it. I
mm,
definitely belong to the people who love it.
mm.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
come back.
yeah.
I think there were just some different things. I mean, like even, I'm so used, for example, in Germany, right? We have the public transportation and everyone uses it, right? It's very common. You go to
Mm,
work with the metro or tram, you track it in the app, it's very organized. So I could always plan at what time I'll be there, right?
mm,
I
mm,
learned in India it's so different because whenever I wanted to meet with friends or so on, you
mm,
can't 100% plan the traffic,
mm.
right? Like it
Yeah.
might be you get stuck for 1 hour and, especially some areas. So I think this was not a cultural shock, but something different in my day planning, right? I had
Mm,
to plan days differently. I couldn't
yeah,
meet maybe everyone on one day
yeah.
because going from one end of Bangalore to the other end, it was just not possible. So I
Mm,
think this was something. Then I think something positive that kind of positively shocked
mm,
me. Maybe we
mm,
can say it like
mm,
that.
mm,
I think the love for good food, like I think
mm,
really this care, like in cooking.
mm,
I think I'm someone I feel embarrassed, when I told people, yeah, what I eat for breakfast, because I
mm,
would just cook some porridge and put a banana
mm, mm.
and mixed it. And I was so impressed by how people really cooked, good breakfast,
Yeah.
really took time to make a
Mm,
good dosa or some
mm,
idli,
mm,
the
mm,
chutney,
mm,
and that it was really always a gathering to eat together. I really like that, like this
mm,
culture of
mm,
coming
mm,
together, eating together.
mm, mm,
I feel like this is something I didn't do so much
mm,
working here.
mm,
So this was maybe a positive shock.
mm,
Otherwise, yes, so many different cultures, right? And like, I think we will talk about this part a bit later with stereotypes and so on, I know.
mm.
But generally, I think having so many different festive holidays
Yeah.
was something I was really impressed.
Mm,
Um, and yeah, I mean, for sure, I share a bit later about this also about traveling. It is not
mm,
always smooth and easy, right?
mm, mm,
Uh, but yeah, I think this were like the main shocks. I
mm,
have to say, in my team and office, we were a small team, so it was quite
mm,
easy
mm,
get to work. Of course, there were also some cultural differences navigating,
mm,
working
mm,
in India, rather
mm,
comparing to Germany.
mm,
So for sure, there were some smaller. I would not call it shocks, but just that
mm,
things were done differently. And I
mm,
think it's also nice to get out. That's why I came, right? To get out of my bubble to things
mm,
I'm
mm,
exposed to
mm,
see how it's done somewhere else.
mm,
So this was super interesting. Also to learn new approaches and
mm.
that it's, different. Yeah.
Oh, that's really fantastic. That's really fantastic. Because with most tourists, it's quite the opposite. Although you didn't come as a tourist, you were going to stay
Yeah.
here for at least 6 months and beyond. But with most people, I think that initial negativity, I think that creates so many blockages and it
Mm.
just makes the experience even worse. No? So there is a certain
Yeah.
sense of adaptability that one must come prepared with, no? Expecting that things are not going to be what one is used to. Would you?
Exactly. I think it's about the mindset, right? I
Yeah.
can't go to another country thinking it will be the same and
Yes,
compare it, right? So, and
absolutely.
that's how I came. I had no clue, but I
Yeah.
also went with an open mindset,
Open
right? I
minds.
know like this is not Germany or Poland or
Yeah.
any other country I've
Mm,
been.
mm,
Things are different. And I
mm,
wanted also to be open, right? And to
mm.
not judge,
Yes.
because we don't know what's right or wrong, right?
Mm,
It's just different. And I
mm,
think it's actually nice you pointed this out, but I think this mindset helped me because not comparing and being open, right,
mm,
and to receive was really helping me
mm,
and being open. I think that's what I loved about it, that every day
mm,
was just different
mm,
because I was open to
mm,
anything,
mm,
and it just taught me a lot.
mm.